Don't adjust your screen, folks. This really is a lot of e-bike, and it is a lot of e-bike for the money. It is the iPass M1 Pro Xterrain ST full suspension fat bike. It's a lot of bike. Normally $2,200, but right now, because of market conditions, $949 for all this bike. And I'm like, what is going on here? So the specs are pretty crazy because this thing has 110 Newton meters of torque in the motor, rear hub motor right there, probably peak, and they say 1800 watts of power, has an 820 watt hour battery, so they say it's good for 85 miles. And I don't know if it's class 3 or class 4 because it can go 35 miles an hour with the throttle. You don't even have to pedal. So, you know, it's kind of an e-motor style, but certainly you could definitely help and pedal and assist it. And I was like, I didn't know what to expect because I was like, wow, that's a lot of bike. Maybe they just hodgepodged it together. But me and my spouse went out for a ride all day, all morning, and it was pretty good. So it is I'm not sure, you see a fat bike with cable disc brakes, and then it has a cadence sensor, so no torque sensor, and then something really crazy is it has full suspension. So fat bike, full suspension, coil on the front, coil on the rear as well. Very comfortable seat, step-through frame. I believe they have a traditional frame as well. Pretty nice handlebar, nice swept back, and 5 levels of assist. And this is their throttle. Oh, so something interesting. So I'm on mode 1, it goes 10 miles an hour. Mode 2, 14. So as you go up, 36.5 miles an hour. You know, provided you're not too heavy and the wind is not too harsh. So pretty darn crazy. Long wheelbase, and you got some pretty good luggage capacity here. It's double supported, so it's gonna stay put. And then what else does it have? It has pretty nice lights, and the light is on a kind of a stationary switch, so it remembers what you have it on. And I always love that because you just leave it on, don't even have to worry about it. Always on day or night, so you have daytime running lights. Has a decent horn, has a Shimano shifter. Cable brakes, like I said, I needed to really set them and center them and make sure they're broken in, just so I can stop this big beast. So it is 85 pounds of bike, maybe a little more than that, with all the accessories. Very nice switch in the front, and a nice ergonomic grips and twist throttle. Good saddle, not too big, and then removable battery with a key. Ooh, it came with metal pedals, right? So fenders, that makes sense. Tail light, no signal lights on this guy. So this is kind of the state of bikes right now. You know, what they were pricing at $1,600, $1,900 before, full suspension fat bike with a lot of power and battery. Now you can get it for $949. Now maybe give me a coupon code too, so maybe you can get it less. Definitely a link in the description. Make sure you click that. Available front rack here, your four bolts, but a nice big beam pattern, kind of flat, with a big kind of reflector, and pretty cool tires. Not too knobby. Ooh, I have it pretty hard right now. And something cool is it's got a big chain ring. So, you know, you could pedal this definitely well past 20-25 miles an hour. So pretty good. So why don't you come with me on a test ride, and I'll tell you all about this rig right here. Okay, but thank you for hanging out. There's going to be links in the description, and I'll give you pros and cons while I'm showing you my test ride on this bike. Thank you very much. All right, how about a little test ride? And instead of just going on the street, why don't we go on an adventure, a beach front adventure, because that's what this bike is good at, right? So we are gonna take it out 2 bikes, and imagine you and your spouse just cruising the beaches, the national parks, and here it is. I get on it. Saddle is not too high. Don't need to wear padded shorts. That saddle is so comfortable. It's got full suspension, and the tires are fat tires, so you could adjust your air pressure to get comfort. And let me tell you, this beach path is very bumpy, but it really is quite comfortable. And one of the cool things with a throttle is, to get even more comfort, is you can let off the pedaling a little bit and kind of use your knees, your legs, as suspension. And right here I take a pretty steep descent, and the fat tires really have good traction. Look at those ruts. And then I climb out of that little gully, no problem. I just use the throttle, and then boom. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And then over here, more cruising. Got my helmet on the rear rack, convenient rear rack, because this is just an easy path for me. But pretty nice, you know. You got a headwind, and you got the motor assisting you. You can relax. You can really enjoy the sights. And there was about a 4-mile bike path, paved bike path, to get here. And the bike surprised me, because not only did it go 28 miles an hour, but it went about 34, 35 miles an hour. And it felt stable doing that. So for a $929 bike, to do that is pretty darn impressive. Got a nice light, nice horn, tail light, rear rack. So you get a lot for your money. You get a lot for your money. That's for dang sure. A lot of wattage on this bike, and you can see me just accelerate, catch up. I tried it on the hills too, not on this day, but on another day, and the motor really does have 1800 watts of power. It's not a light bike, but it's got enough power, enough strength to handle it. Only real issue is you need a rack, maybe a rack with a ramp that can handle this bike and allow you to roll it onto the rack. And right here, like I said, very comfortable, good handlebar sweep, you know, not too noisy on this bike. So really just, you know, it's multi-purpose. It's an adventure fat bike. It could be a commuter, it could be a grocery getter, maybe need more racks, but pretty well equipped. So surprising. I haven't heard of this brand before, but the value they're offering for the money is good. Just make sure you have a space for it and a rack. But here are the specs again. Pedal assist range 85 miles if you help out, a lot less if you don't help out. Top speed 36 miles an hour, and it's got a capacity of 500 pounds. It's a heavy bike, 88 pounds, but it got 110 newton meters of torque and 1800 watts peak power. Full suspension, fat bike. Not bad. Not a bad option if this is right up your alley. Thanks a ton, everybody. Links will be in the description.